Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, in the last episode we killed Calamite, and if you missed the ending of that one, I essentially said don't watch this episode if you don't want the final boss of this game to be spoiled for you, at least for how to beat him. The final boss of this game, if you don't know the various tricks that you can use to beat him very, very easily, he can seem like he's quite difficult. So if you want like a really challenging boss fight, and for whatever reason, if you haven't played Dark Souls to this point, I would recommend like not watching this video, because it probably isn't a good idea. Anyway, for like the one or two people that left, let's go ahead and get started with this. So there are two ways to beat the final boss very, very easily, and I'm going to be attempting to show off both of them. So first of all, if you just want to have like a no-effort fight where you can literally just press the attack button and occasionally drink an Estus and win, you need two things. First of all, you need the full Havel's armor set, and you can get this stuff in Anor Londo behind a secret wall. And I showed how to get that, you know, whenever the Anor Londo video was. And also, you need to free this guy. He's in the depths, trapped in a barrel. I don't believe I showed how to free this guy, but he's a pretty commonly known entity in this game, so hopefully that's okay. But anyway, you need to buy an item from him. I think we say no here.
Yeah, wonderful.
There we go. Yeah, okay. Of course. He doesn't say anything all that important. We need to buy Iron Flesh from him. So, Iron Flesh and Havel's armor set pretty much make the final boss a little bit of a joke, honestly. So, let's go. And I'm not going to be killing the final boss using Havel's and this Iron Flesh spell, because, well, it doesn't really pose much of a challenge this way, but I do just want to show it off to show, like, how easy this final boss can be for anyone out there that is struggling with him, because he is quite difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Alright, so we can finally offer up our Lord Cells to the Lord Vessel, because we have 4 of them. All 4. And once you do that, cutscene happens. Oh, your fire is so big. The door even appreciates the bigness of the fire. There we go. Don't step into the light. Well, actually, in this case, we need to step into the light. But the nice thing about this, once you offer up all 4 Lord Souls to the Lord Vessel, when you rest, you get 20 Estus. So it's the same as essentially a fully kindled bonfire, which is really nice. So if you don't mind taking the time, you know, if you want to like go fight the DLC bosses and you want a bunch of Estus in order to do it, you could offer up the souls here, rest, get 20 Estus, and then warp to whatever the closest bonfire to fight one of the DLC bosses, and there you go. You have tons of Estus. Alright, so there's always going to be 5 enemies on the way to attempt the final boss, which is a little bit annoying. You have to fight them every time, or run past them. I'll fight them, just because, you know, just for a bit of fun. So we'll buff up here. There's going to be 5 White Knights. Now this is a great farming spot. Again, if you're going for... I've talked a little bit about going for all achievements in Dark Souls, just because that's something that I did personally, and I know some people are kind of crazy about achievements and all that. I'm not really crazy about them. I wanted it for Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2, because they're like my favorite games on Steam anyway. So they're really good for farming Titanite chunks. Every single trip that you do, killing all 5 knights, you will get 2 regular Titanite chunks, 1 white, 1 red, and 1 blue. America. The America of Titanite chunks. So that's pretty cool. You know, if you need to farm up those Titanite chunks, if you need just regular Titanite chunks and you don't feel like going all the way down to the depths of... Why can't I think of the name of it? New Londo. If you don't want to go to the New Londo ruins to farm Titanite chunks, this is another place you can potentially go to get them. And then, of course, there's not very many other good places to get the colored Titanite chunks, so this is great. And also, if you want Black Knight weapons, it's insane how many you get. I think I did this run killing all the knights a lot. I don't even want to say how many times, maybe like 40 times when I was going for all achievements personally. And let's just say I had a lot of Black Knight weapons at the end of it. So if there's any Black Knight weapon you want at this point in the game and you don't have it, Black Knight weapons are very powerful. I'm not going to be using any of them though, just because very high strength requirements for... Oh, you did follow me. Alright. That's fair. Oh! I should have stabbed. I shouldn't have slashed. That would have been the smart thing to do. That would have been smart. But I don't do it smart. Oh, I'm gonna die to this knight, aren't I? That would be pretty hilarious if we died to just a regular old knight. I'll drink up here so that doesn't happen. We'll need some Estus for the final boss, because again, I'm going to show... Okay, he's just going to glitch out. I'm going to show the Estus chugging method of beating the boss first of all. And then I'll show the legit, quote-unquote, method of killing him secondly. And you can't actually kill the final boss twice, so what I'll have to do is I'll just have to almost kill him and then quit the game. And when you quit the game, you appear outside the boss fog. So we'll have to do that. Alright, so there should be 2 more Black Knights, and then we can finally fight Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, the final boss of Dark Souls. This challenging game. It's got to have an epic finale, isn't it? Unfortunately, when I played Dark Souls for the first time, you know, I was really looking forward to the final boss because I heard like he was super hard. But compared to the DLC bosses of Ulasil, if you're used to fighting them and then you come fight Gwyn, he's really kind of disappointing. After like the insaneness that is like Kalameet and all those guys. His axe is so heavy he almost fell over. That's kind of hilarious. Pick up a white chunk here. Oh crap. I just realized I forgot to attune Iron Flesh. Whoops. Well, I can still show off the general gist of how you beat the final boss here, even without Iron Flesh. Although it's pretty darn hard without Iron Flesh. Iron Flesh is kind of what makes this boss fight easy. What makes it go. What makes it work. All right, come on. There we go. I could just go for the backstab, I suppose, because the parrying isn't working out too well against the halberd. I do consider the halberd weapons like some of the most difficult weapons in the game to parry, just because they have all the swings and swoops and weird, just generally weird movesets, you know. Alright, one more hit should do it for this fool. Oh, he hit first. Somehow that giant halberd swings faster than my tiny little light sword. I'm not really sure why that is. Alright, so that's all the dudes. We went through 5 Estus killing them, so, so I'm an idiot and forgot to attune Iron Flesh. This is not gonna go well. I can just say that right now, but we'll try it. Alright, so we want to equip that. Equip that. Let me put on a helmet. I want to equip Havels. And I'll just generally show what you would do. Guardian Gauntlets are the same stats as Havel's Gauntlets, I believe, so we'll just wear them. Or they're essentially the same. Alright, so what you would do is, normally you would also have Iron Flesh equipped. And then, literally, you just go to town on Gwyn here. And with Iron Flesh, he does, like, almost no damage. It's ridiculous. Since we don't have Iron Flesh, we're gonna get completely wrecked. I guess it's not that bad, really. Alright, well, essentially that's what you'd do, alright? You don't even need Iron Flesh. And, I didn't actually mean to die. What I was attempting to do was Estus up and then quit out of the game. But that's okay. I mean, this would be a super short episode without another run through those knights, so that's fine. But no, I didn't intend to kill him that way. Anyway, okay, so apparently you don't even need Iron Flesh, but attuning Iron Flesh, what it does, and I don't know, I'll show it off versus a knight or something, just to kind of show you like how insanely tanky you become with this pyromancy. It makes you move really slow. You're already moving incredibly slow with Havel set on, but then you use Iron Flesh and you just move at a snail's pace, but it increases your defense by a lot. I think it's plus 100 armor rating or plus 150 armor rating. It's something like that, but essentially it increases your defense by a ton. But you move really slow in comparison. I'll just show this off here. Like, look, I can barely move. This is me running at full pace. It doesn't even allow you to sprint with Iron Flesh on. But, like, you just don't even get touched. You barely take any damage. So, you know, you just two-hand go ham on Gwyn. And I drank, like, 2 Estus even without Iron Flesh, and he was almost dead. So that just goes to show kind of, like, how easy he is if you want to go down that route. But we'll do it the legit way this time, I suppose. Crystal Magic up. Run. I'll be nice and light. Just be completely naked for this fight. I'm failing. Come on, swing at me. A nice, slow, manageable swing. Thank you. Right in the nards. He had it coming. There we go. Alright, on the bright side, we'll get some more Titanite chunks that are completely useless because we're about to complete the game here. And I have no intentions of, you know, doing a New Game Plus playthrough on this character or anything like that. So I guess the only thing that remains to be said while we're fighting through these last few nights on our way to Gwyn is a lot of people have been asking, you know, is Dark Souls 2 happening after this? And I can say absolutely it is going to be happening. I'm going to be doing a Dark Souls 2 run. It is not going to be your standard Dark Souls 2, you know, kind of... We've all seen it at this point, right? Standard Dark Souls 2 playthrough where you just, you know, kill all the bosses and stuff. I'll be doing the Dark Souls 2 DLC, and there will also be a twist to the playthrough that I guess I'll reveal once it starts, but I'll be trying to make it more difficult than your standard playthrough. That's all I'm going to say. So hopefully there will be some deaths, there will be some frustration, and it won't just be a walk in the park, because I've played Dark Souls 2 a lot, so definitely extra challenge is needed if we want to have an interesting playthrough of it. Oh, that doesn't kill him? That really should kill him. That really should have... Whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. I'll just get to full health here, because why not? We probably won't need 17 Estus for the final boss. It is a bit overkill how much Estus they give you. They give you a lot of leeway for this fight. Also, for a human, Solaire's Summon Sign will be here. It probably does feel like a bit of a wasted time. We went through all the trouble of saving Solaire's life, and we're not even going to, you know, reap the benefits of doing that, which is you get to summon him for the final boss fight. But if you wanted to use him for the final boss, he's right here. I probably should have turned human, summoned him just to show him off, but anyway, yeah, like he's really good. His stats are very high at this point of the game. He draws a lot of aggression away from you, so Gwyn focuses on him a lot. Like, he's a very good summon, highly recommended, but also not really necessary. Ow! Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. I mean, I am wearing absolutely no armor, so that kind of makes sense. Ah! This is not going well at all. Oh my gosh. Alright, he's dead, right? Okay, good. Well, I mean, we better not mess up, because I'm going to have no Estus. I'll put on the dress, just to look classy. Honestly, this gold hem set, now that I think about it, it has pretty high fire defense, and I believe Gwyn's sword does fire damage, and we need our bloated sorcerer head on as well. I mean, I still got the fast roll, so that means I think our stamina will regen like just a tiny bit slower than it would if we were not naked. Or, I mean, if we were naked, but that's okay. Apparently, I just don't know how to parry at all when it comes to these guys. There we go. And I'm kind of trying to parry here, not just to kill them quickly, but, because that's the method we're going to be using to kill Gwyn. Yep, the final boss of Dark Souls is parryable. And believe me, I was probably just as disappointed as you when I found that out. It's like, oh, you know, was that really necessary to put in the game? But whatever. This fight would have been so hard if he wasn't parryable, and if you decided not to cheese him with the, you know, the Havel set, it would have been like a super tough fight, but it's whatever. Alright, so let's do this fight for real now. Alright. Wow. Almost 1,000 damage per hit. That's a lot. We might be able to 4-hit him, which is pretty exciting. Oh, I rolled from that. Apparently, didn't roll enough. More rolling needed to happen. Crystal Magic Weapon's probably just about to wear off, so it'll probably be a 5-hit. Yep. Oh, he used a different attack this time. Nice going, Gwyn. And of course, you can just Estus right through all his attacks. There we go. Alright. I think it would have been cool to have, you know, a perfect fight there, but that's okay. If I really cared about, like, looking cool or something, I guess I could have, like, attempted this over and over until we got a perfect fight, but it's been a good run. We've had a good run with this game. So that's it. As soon as there's two choices that we have here. We can either light the final bonfire of the game, or we can leave the area. Either of those will end the game and put you into New Game Plus. You'll get a nice little cutscene, and if you haven't beaten the game before, you'll get an achievement as well. Also, we got a lot of souls. I'm not sure how many souls we had, but 110,000 to end up with. That's quite a bit. Some final things to mention, I guess, is Gwyn's soul. This can be used to get a miracle called Sunlight Spear. And you have to be in the Warriors of the Sun Covenant, which is like the Covenant Solaire is a part of. And you can do that in New Game Plus, because as soon as you leave this area, you can't return to your regular game and it'll start all over. So you have to wait a while until you'll be able to make that miracle, but it's pretty powerful. And yeah, that's about it for Dark Souls. You know, thank you guys for watching. It's been an awesome ride. And I think we killed every boss, got most of the important items. Yeah, you know, ready for Dark Souls 2. Alright, let's end off here. There's a good sort of ending by lighting the bonfire and an evil sort of ending. It's confusing because it's not all black and white, as always, it's Dark Souls. Everything's just kind of a gray area by leaving. So we'll choose the evil sort of ending here. And watch this cutscene.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Karth and Fraft serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Yeah, Dark Souls. Well, that's it for this awesome game. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you on the other side. Have a good one.